Hey folks, Trevor here from Deep South East. What I'm going to do today is give you that tutorial I've been promising for a long time, which is perfect southern fried chicken. So we're trying to get that crunch, trying to get that puff that a lot of people are struggling to get, and this is how I've gone around all that. So things you're going to need is some flour. So I'm going to do gluten free today. You'll notice when you do it yourself, if you have issues with wheat intolerance or anything, there's absolutely zero difference by the time you've got the end product. Buttermilk is absolutely crucial. Any brand, doesn't matter what it is. You'll find that in the cold section near the milk. Bit of hot sauce doesn't hurt, it's optional. Obviously Chicken X, this is our southern fried chicken seasoning, and it's a chip salt as well. Does a lot of things, you'll find a lot of uses for this. And baking powder, pretty critical as well. So these we're going to need later, this we're going to need now. So we're going to start putting this together. I've already started pouring buttermilk in, but over here we've got 600ml buttermilk. It's a little more than I'm going to need for the amount of chicken that I've got. Of course, you're going to need your chicken. We're doing chicken breast today, and we're going to be doing burgers. So what I want is a splash of hot sauce, as hot as you like, or as mild as you like. Just a splash, and then some Chicken X. About a tablespoon is what we're looking for, and this is just in the brine. So that'll get a mix. I'm going to use my finger because I didn't bring a spoon over and I'm not going wandering. Doesn't hurt to get a bit messy. And into your snap lock bag with your chicken. Zippy it up and get the air out. This is my go-to secret trick. Always get the air out as best you can. And that there, we're going to brine that in the mix for at least a couple of hours. Overnight's fantastic, but we're going to come back in a couple of hours. We're going to do the breading, and then we're going to fry it up and eat this. Okay, see you then. Okay, so we're back, guys. This has been brining for about 3 hours now. So we're going to do the breading. So this is the big part where all the problems are caused. If you get it wrong, you're going to get pretty ordinary sort of results. So this is a gluten-free plain flour. There. Get a nice fine one, you don't want a greedy one. Just throwing the rubbish away. There's about a cup and a bit there, and I'm putting about a teaspoon and a bit of baking powder in. These are exact measures, as you can tell. And I want to go to that Chicken X. That's it there. About 2 tablespoons. And I'm just going to mix that in. And your baking powder is going to give it a little bit of a puff and a little bit of fluff, and that adds to the crunchiness. Now you can see here, this is the trick that's going to change the way your chicken comes out. I'm using a bit of my brine. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons in, and I'm going to create a dry crumb. And it's just going to create little blobby bits that are going to stick to your chicken and give it extra crunch. So if you come in close, you can see that it's crummy in a good way, and that's what you want. So each of those little bits is going to become a little bit of crunch. Okay, so we're going to take our chicken thighs, and I'm going to give them a little bit of a wipe down, but not too much. So I want a little bit of moisture to stick, but I don't want all of it. That's just a boneless, skin on thigh. Not a breast. I said it was a breast. I was an absolute liar. Sorry about that. I don't know why you crumb a breast other than to throw it in the bin after. So, I'm giving it a little bit of a pat. The only reason I'm doing that is because I want it to stick to the skin when it fries. If you don't do it, it'll create a bit of a, it'll create like a crust around the actual chicken, but not attached to the skin. And then you got like, it separates and it's just not as fun. So that's what we've done here, is just give it a little pat down and then give it another bit of a coating. So again, taking a little bit of the moisture off, dredge it through, just get it so it's going to stick on. Make sure you get the front and back and all the bits in between. But as I say, pat down a little bit, but then give it another bit of a coating. Okay, we're going to What I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the end of that, and the first one's going to have a little bit of moisture coming back through. Then I can put it through again and give them a second go. So it's not giving a second coat, it's just going to pick up the bits where it's missing it. But once this is done, we're going into the oil and we're going to fry them up and get them perfect and get them ready for our burgers. So we'll be back in just a second.